holidays. The helmets are off. We're hanging them on the shelf.
Have we started?
Yeah, we've started. We're living the dream. The helmets are off. We're relaxing into it, but gosh, I am full. I'm full of tasty treats from D23. The most exciting thing that I'm so pumped about is Ahsoka Season 2. Rogue, how you feeling, mate?
Well, I think you summed it up perfectly just now. We're excited. The trailers open up a whole other world and whole lot of other potential to see the next stage. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
We're eating it up. We
are gobbling it up, and I've already got so many theories on lots of different bits and pieces.
So we're not going to do trailer breakdowns. We're not going to do any of that. We are just hypothesizing. We're just eating it up. We're talking about what we think's going to be in it and our opinions. And if you don't agree, let us know, because we, of course, love an opinion and we love your thoughts. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it, then we're going to play it again. We're going to pause it at parts, and I'm going to say my thoughts about certain parts, and I'm sure Rogue has plenty to say about his parts. And
I'll be jumping in.
Yo, like a half-legged Anakin Skywalker in some hot lava. All right,
lava, liquid magma. Is that what you were going for?
That's exactly what I was going for. So we're gonna watch some YouTubes. We're gonna get it going. Here we go.
Look out, fancy.
Tell me, Ahsoka. What troubles you?
Yes.
I'm always walking by your side.
Citizens of the glorious empire,
Creeper.
I have returned. I took an oath to protect the empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
Out of vision. What did you see? More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power. One that could end wars.
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial, Ahsoka. Maybe time to decide. Are you a Jedi? Or not?
Oh! I am so on.
It doesn't matter how many times you watch it. It just gets more and more awesome each time.
I reckon I've seen it about maybe 15, 20 times already, and I am just so pumped for this. It is unbelievable.
So each time you watch it, do you go off on another tangent thought about what it could all be about and what direction it's going to go in? Like, obviously, there's a lot of info online already, but...
Now, don't listen to it. In fact, we're going to come out with some stuff that hasn't been talked about. We're going to say some stuff that a lot of our friends overseas have shared their breakdowns and everything else, and definitely go and check out those Force of Others podcast. Don't forget to check out Meddler's Corner with Donnie as well. And yeah, you've got to listen to their breakdowns. They're so knowledgeable about Star Wars and fun people and just unreal. So definitely go check out those guys. But here we are. We're gonna do things a little bit differently. We're gonna watch it again, and we're just gonna chat through it. We're gonna love it. So here we
go.
Please
hold
right now.
Tell me.
All right. First off,
we need to pause it there, don't we?
First off, that's Dathomir, right?
Yeah,
we get
100%.
that. We get that. Now, there's people telling...
season 1 leftist, didn't it? Wasn't Thrawn? Thrawn had arrived on Dathomir with the grandmother?
Yeah, with the grandmothers, yeah. But here's the here's the thing. They're Ewings, right? So that's like Andor Andor-style spaceship coming in. Zeb, you would have seen those on Mando and Grogu. Zeb piloting one, cool ship. Yeah, so it's clearly there's some cargo going on in there. Is it Ezra that we see later and Senator Inozo said it, can't remember his name, but he's out of the Resistance cartoon as well, and he's in, of course, Ahsoka season 1. And yeah, the theory is that they're going to go on a rescue mission, right? And that someone
That's
gets
Senator
captured.
Hamato, isn't it?
Maybe.
Senator Hamato Ziono?
Yeah, Zono. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're going in perhaps to rescue, but maybe it's proof of the pudding that Thrawn is actually here. You know, maybe they're just going to do a little bit of reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance. How do you say that?
Reconnaissance.
Anyway, they're going in. Reconnaissance.
You got to speed it up. Just speed it up.
All right, here we go.
This is obviously a battle scene on Dathomir. Yeah, we've got Empire versus the Rebel Alliance. No, Empire versus the New Republic. Hey,
yeah, that's right. We'll get to that point.
Can we make out any characters there?
All right. Let's. How bold just to come in hot on a Clone Wars flashback in the trailer, which means they are cooking.
Are these ordinary Clone Wars flashbacks though, or is Anakin showing Ahsoka memories through the world between worlds again?
No, it's definitely a flashback, 100%.
You reckon?
Completely in this, yeah. But
what about that blue tinge to the through the air there though? Do you reckon that's like
happens at night time?
But it's almost, you can't deny it's almost got like a Force Ghost feel about it. That scene.
So you're thinking, what's your thoughts then?
I don't know. I actually think it's we're back in the world between worlds again, potentially.
Why?
Because it's a connection. It makes sense from season 1.
Okay. Well,
I'm just going off what
back.
we already know. Not saying they're not going to change it up, but that's what we have to relate to it. I think.
Okay.
You think it's a flashback?
Well, let's just watch a little bit more. Let's go. Here's my guy.
Dead clones. So what's going on there? Who killed them? This guy?
This guy, 100% this guy. So,
all right, what's your theory? This is the best part of the trailer. I'm excited as well.
First of all, guy's got one of my favorite colored lightsabers. He coming out
cyan
with a cyan. Coming out.
Cyan.
Coming at me with a cyan.
Otherwise referred to as pale blue, teal.
Yeah, you can say teal, but I'm a cyan guy, especially considering I love a cyan. Especially considering, right, that this is in the Jedi Survivor games, Fallen Order. It's probably my go-to color for Cal Kestis. But this guy is not Cal Kestis. Let's just get one thing straight. This guy is not Cal Kestis. Unless it's Cameron Monaghan, Cal Kestis ain't playing. So this is...
No way.
This is, and I've spoken to...
Who is it? Because there's lots of theories.
I've spoken to Donnie. I'm going to hold mine. Yeah. I'm going to hold mine for a little bit. We're going to talk about what other people have said, and then we're going to talk about what we think. Some people have said young Marek.
Okay. Yeah.
I can see
I've heard that. I've heard young Marek.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see why it would make sense to be young Marek. I get that. Do I think that it could have, I think that's the most obvious in my mind. What are your thoughts?
Younger Balin.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Younger Balin, because that would connect us up to some of the rest of the trailer there where Anakin's talking about Balin, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Okay, so why has he got the tattoos?
No idea. Absolutely zero clue, but just throwing it out there as a potential. And then the boy in me, the expanded universe freak fan, says that it's XR Khan.
You want a bit of XR Kun, XR Khan.
XR Kun, XR Khan, tomato, however you like to pronounce it.
My thoughts, too small. He's too small to be XR.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, that guy he looked bulk, didn't he? Like if you get
he did look bulk. but they've changed a lot from the expanded universe and reimagined it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I
And he
get
was a
that.
fallen Jedi.
Yeah.
I love that saber though. It's like unlike anything standard Jedi or Sith that we've seen so far in the
Yeah.
universe. They're introducing yet another lightsaber.
Hey, whatever pays the bills, brother, and sells the toys.
Well, whatever sells merch, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Do you want to see what I'm talking about now? Do you want to see my theory?
I've also heard that it could be the sun.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think so.
Mortis
Like, why? Maybe the sun's possessed Balin, though. Maybe that's why the face tattoos.
I was going to say it's got some sun-like face tattoos going on there, which yeah, I've seen that. I've also seen Exar Kun be a theory, but Exar Kun, however you like to say it.
However you want to say it.
Now it's got me.
Okay. This is my tinfoil hat. This is when I saw it, just because I've just finished The Republic by John Ostrander, and one of yours and my favorite Legends characters that we spoke about when we were kids as well is a Sharon Hare. So I gotta show you a picture of this guy.
Yeah,
Check
said
that out.
previously.
You and I have spoken about that for sure.
Yeah.
But look, he's got the two single-bladed lightsabers. Let's just switch that up a bit. Yes, they're green, but what's a little bit of extra blue in that green, for a bit of cyan. So
it brings me back to the original question, though. Like, why has he killed some clones? He doesn't appear to be a Sith. He looks like he's a Jedi. What are our theories on this character? Because've got some. What's your theory?
Okay. So if this is a Sharon Hare, right? Let's go back to the trailer.
Is this from EU though that you're basing this up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've got this guy and it's a Sharon Hare, now we've got Simon Kinberg releasing a new trilogy. He's talking perhaps it's episode 10, 11, and 12. With 10, 11, and 12, we need a new Sith Lord in there or somebody else. Now, if you follow a Sharon Hare and you know the story about this guy, is he goes into hiding and he studies the Sith and he becomes a new Sith Lord called Darth Krayt, who then takes on Darth Talon and trains Darth Talon. So could he be Sharon Hare turning evil to then give us Darth Krayt and Simon Kinberg's trilogy becoming the big bad?
Gee, that's went down a rabbit hole then.
I went down such a rabbit hole.
I'm so far down that Warren, it's not funny.
Yeah. But I'm looking.
Barely see the light.
Yeah, but I'm looking at those face tats, and that's what it just got me thinking. I saw the blade, and originally I thought it was green, and I was like, that's a Sharon Hare. Like, we are on. I'm looking at the hair. I'm looking at the body type. I'm looking at all those things, and I'm thinking
body type.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow, okay. Like, we're playing now. And then I looked at everybody else, and they weren't saying it, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm just too far in.
Could this be the place that's actually found out? Could we be, when season 2 drops, could we be going back at this and going, Odie was on the money?
Yeah, it's highly unlikely.
This could be a huge spoiler. Spoiler, those watching.
Yeah. But I just think that what makes the most sense, probably Marek.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really, I don't know. I hope it isn't, because that's the most basic, simple, straightforward, really just not a whole lot of creativity to that. So I don't, look, it probably is, but I wouldn't be super stoked. I actually have a theory that whoever it is has the ability to look in the future and has found out about the plot to kill the Jedi. And that's why he's killed his clones. And to the Jedi Order and to the Jedi Council, it seems like he's going rogue. And that's why they've called in Ahsoka and Anakin to pull him in, basically.
Yeah.
And I reckon he's been able to look ahead and see the destruction that awaits the Jedi. Because for me, the fact that his lightsaber hasn't turned as well, turned red or bled red, it makes me think maybe there's a little bit more to his story. And then I also wonder too, like, could this be a Force-constructed lesson from Anakin? So that the stranger may symbolically represent the kind of warrior that Anakin trained Ahsoka to survive. So, like, was this a training exercise that they're revisiting from
Perhaps.
Ahsoka and Anakin's past?
Well,
And does the character not mean anything?
Yeah.
That would be that would suck on many levels, but we've seen it. We've seen that sort of thing happen before.
yes. Yeah. And I think as well, like it could just be someone completely different and have nothing to do with what we've talked
Yeah.
about. But I
Yeah.
also like the idea that it's Balin and it's the sun, and that gives purpose for Balin to know that there's something more out there.
Yeah.
If the sun's shown him Peridia somehow while he's been possessed by the sun,
Yeah.
So, and Anakin and Ahsoka, of course, know that because of the Mortis arc. They were supposed to forget everything, but perhaps in this little bit of a tie-in, it might be that they get their memories back or something like that. You can't know.
Well, Anakin's now a Force ghost and in the world between worlds, so I mean, he'd know.
Yeah, yeah,
I imagine that the world between worlds would be an infinite knowledge, untapped. So he might have had his memory wiped when he was mortal, but now that he's, a force ghost or a sentient being, I would think that he would have knowledge of that now.
yes, yeah. Shall we keep on watching?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think this is one of the biggest things of this trailer, though, is who is this guy? And give us some more of this.
The flash fight scene that we see too is just like epic.
So
Lightsaber battle.
Yeah, for sure. Take it back.
It hasn't shown up yet. You've still got a shared header.
All right. Let's just talk about Thrawn for a hot second here. They have listened, they have delivered, glowing red eyes, the palest skin. It is really happening, right? Like he is serious. And I just think like some of this stuff, some of this imagery is just calling out heir to the Empire. It's bringing it home.
Big time.
There is some serious
time.
stuff going on for Thrawn, and I think he's going to be super menacing. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Well,
that's exactly what happened, isn't it? In Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire, like they talked about Grand Admiral Thrawn emerging after the Empire's fall to organize the shattered, like Imperial military. So I think that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think too, like it's a unique opportunity for Star Wars to show like a different type of Imperial, one that relies on strategy and logistics and psychological warfare rather than just brute strength. So I'm excited for that. Where they take the character of Thrawn. We got some backstory in Rebels, and we got a little bit of a teaser in season 1, but I think this is a real opportunity now to show the brilliance of Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about this part as well.
Oh.
If you look at Hera, they've changed her like a whole lot. They've like taken away her makeup, and they've just stylized her completely different. What are your thoughts about the shift here?
Well, I think they're just getting her battle ready. She was almost in a diplomat role in season 1. She wasn't really involved in a whole lot of war or battle. And I think this is just the Ghost crew ramping up, And interestingly, we've got your mate there again, the Senator, which I think, in season 1, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the one that opposed opposed them, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. But did you know, here's a little fun fact, in Resistance, he is actually working for the First Order.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that's his kind of role in this space, is like he ends up working for the First Order and selling them out. So it'll be really interesting to see his involvement and how he develops as a character in this series, knowing that he's heading down that path.
Okay. Yeah, that's fascinating.
Protect the Empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
All right. How about this?
I love that he refers to it as the glorious empire too, and just the shade that he's throwing at the New Republic by saying Rebel Alliance. It's almost like he's refusing to recognize the current government, like the new government. It's really, really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is just rubbing salt. Like that script writing right there is just rubbing salt, and that's perfect Thrawn. That is what we're talking about. But I stopped
Yeah.
it on this as well, just to check out this Night Witch is just insane.
Yeah, she's epic. And I can't decide whether or not this one is the same as the next one in the next frame. I can't I don't know. They almost don't look the same.
Is
So I don't know whether Thrawn like full recruits some Dathomirian witches to his cause, and then it's literally Dathomir and battle hardened Imperial soldiers against the New Republic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's a little game that we can play now that we're on the videos, is that if someone is currently, enjoying a nice beverage, I think every time that I bring up Quinlan Voss, you've just got to knock that son of a gun back and enjoy yourself. Because is Asajj Ventress going to rock up in this? And if Asajj rocks up, is Quinlan
Oh.
going to rock up in this? We know Asajj is alive. They're on Dathomir. Could Merrin rock up in this? They're on Dathomir.
I was going to say, I think there's more chance that Merrin rocks up than what Asajj would. I just think that's a bit of a stretch at this stage. I think they'll play with the Asajj story, but I don't know whether she'll appear yet. I've been having thoughts on whether even, and I know we're jumping around a little bit from Dathomirian witches, but whether Mando might show up as well, because you think about the other movies and of this sort of timeline, and it's like the Republic's been building towards a confrontation. They talked a lot about that or they showed a lot of that in Mando and Grogu, the movie. Is this the series where it all comes together, or do you I know that Disney have talked about making a standalone film where all the various series will all culminate, but do you think we'll start to see that? Because it baffles me that they're showing a lot of war now. Like, I would have thought the war would have started at the end of season 2, but it's looking like it might actually kick that off straight away.
Straight away. There's no
Yeah.
mucking around. This is Thrawn. This is a tyrant coming in to your space. This is a guy that's saying it's the Rebel Alliance, and you're trying to rebuild a government. Please get rid of that guy. You're sending people there. That's it. But here's the thing, right? In Battle Scars, Merrin talks about losing her magic because she's not close to Dathomir. What does that say for her when all of her, when sisters come back? When family starts to come back, what does that say for you? But it's also for Asajj as well. That's the only family that she knew, and she was welcomed back into the fold, only to have them all destroyed and slaughtered by Grievous. And so you think about that, and what the return of Dathomirian witches does impact these characters. And especially, well, of course, Merrin and Asajj, but then also follow on from that impacts Cal Kestis or impacts Quinlan if Asajj and Quinlan become reunited, the Romeo and Juliet of Star Wars that they are. Does that then give us more story? Does that open up a floodgate, or open up the floodgates of storytelling in the sense of Dathomirian witches? Super exciting.
Yeah. Don't you love it that we're getting another hallway fight scene as well?
Yeah, from a Dathomirian witch, and then she just burns up. Like,
Just
what do you
fan
think?
service
What do you
there.
think that is?
Well, I don't know. See, I had thought that there weren't any Dathomirian witches left, and so I'm wondering whether these might actually be, the Great Mothers bring them back in some form. And then I think she's obviously in this screen here. She's obviously getting destroyed because she's turning back. I guess she's turning back into green matter.
Yeah.
Do you agree, or?
I don't know. But maybe she gets destroyed, maybe she gets killed, or maybe she serves her purpose, and they're there for a purpose. Maybe this was the agreement. There's more questions than questions, but from it we've had some juicy answers. So,
This is during Ezra's assault on Dathomir, isn't it?
I think so. I think that's what's
Yeah.
going on. I think we're going to start off with a war. I think we're going to start off with Ezra and Hera and the senator and whoever else was in the back there, and they're coming in hot, and they're coming in to really stop it before it begins. Trying to be proactive, you could say, and then I think they get their glutes handed to
It's a great way to keep it G-rated. Well done.
them. So look, I think definitely. Speaking of G-rated, this freaks me out. The whole look of this Dathomirian witch is perfect, and
Very cool.
how I would imagine it
Do you
being in
think
live
Do
action.
you think the Night Sisters and the Dathomirian witches, do you think they have an ulterior motive here? Do you reckon they're using Thrawn just as much as Thrawn is using them?
100%.
And so what do you think that is? Like,
But even when at the end of season 1, you saw them look at each other like, this guy's not playing, and he's just destroyed one of the oldest monuments in our history. This guy does not care about us. And I think the thing that's going to happen is, like, in the Heir to the Empire trilogy, he gets betrayed, and that's how he gets defeated, is by one of his own. And I just think that it's going to go down that same path. And I think the Dathomirian witches might actually be his downfall. And I know that other people are saying it as well, but I tend to agree. So I just think that it is therefore going to turn around and bite him one. But maybe that's just a facade that Dave Filoni has thrown at us and gone, you
Thrawn
think,
always seemed one step ahead, though, didn't he? Like,
yeah, like you
even in
think it's going to
Rebels, he
go this way.
always, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he always seemed one step ahead. And so you're thinking, oh, yeah, this is how it's going to go, and the Dathomirian witches are going to catch up with him, and all the rest of it. But he's always got an ace to play, and so I don't think it's going to go bad for him. I think they'll probably split apart at some point and pursue their own agendas. But for the meantime, it looks like they're fighting side by side, and like, what a shock to the New Republic, what is essentially a very unorganized and unprepared new government. It's really cool.
There it is.
What did you see?
Very good.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just wait.
Oh yeah, don't jump to that one. There's a lot to unpack there.
How about this? So if you can see closely, she doesn't have a shoulder guard anymore, right?
She's changed a lot, actually, to be honest.
I like this look a lot more.
The hair.
Yeah. It's traditional Sabine to change her hairstyle between seasons.
Yeah,
So,
it almost reflects the stage of her character development, doesn't it?
yeah.
And her growth, I find.
She's looking more Jedi, less warrior. She's looking more relaxed, I would say. And I'm hoping that we get the Sabine of old, the more lighthearted, the tactical strategist that she is as well. But also, I'm hoping that she's given in to her to be trained as a Jedi, and I think this could be really good and enjoyable to see. But do you want to? I don't know if you know this, but there's been some hypothesizing from others about a relationship. So if you see that she doesn't have her shoulder guard, we're going to come to another character soon and see if you think you can spot a shoulder guard on this character. All right.
Before you jump ahead, I think that scene there is intentional by showing the lightsaber and showing a different look. Like to your point, it's like she's embracing the call of training to become a Jedi again, and she's embracing Ahsoka as her master. The fact that they're isolated too on Peridea isn't a coincidence.
Yes.
I think it's all culminating, and for me it goes back to the Mortis arc, and my theory in that Ahsoka is obviously the daughter, given that the daughter sacrificed herself to save Ahsoka, and so there's a part of the daughter that resides in Ahsoka. So my theory is that Ahsoka is the daughter as part of Balin's quest, but I'm sure we'll get to that in later screens. But this is what happens when we do live. We just go on tangents.
All right. Beatings? Rocking and rolling?
Oh, it's so sick. It's like Heir to the Empire parallel, like Thrawn leading an Imperial resurgence against a new young Republic. It's got post-Return of the Jedi trilogy without being a direct adaptation. Like, it's got Timothy Zahn scene written all over it. I love this shot. And then, I don't know, I think is this where we see Admiral Akbar go up against Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Perhaps.
Is this the battle?
Yeah. And
Wouldn't that just be so good? Because
Wouldn't it be?
they don't explain in the sequel trilogy what happens to Admiral Akbar. He's just not in it.
Do you think that
It's a trap.
Do you think that he's launching a trap? That would
I don't
be
know.
good.
With those arms up, he certainly looks like it.
Like, what if he comes in and he's like, he launches a trap and Thrawn is the one saying it's a trap?
Yeah, I mean, people would both smile and also cringe at the same time, I feel. But yeah, it could
Not
happen.
this guy. Not this
No?
guy. No. Yes. So look,
I think this is where we'll see strategist Thrawn come out too in this battle. I think this will jump us straight into it.
the strategist Akbar. I want to see Akbar really, really get some good comeuppance.
Yeah.
More and more danger than I.
All right, this is cool. I love anything Jedi Force related. I'm in. I'm so in. Do you know what? I wish that Sabine's crystal changes at some point. I hope she gets a purple crystal. I want to see her wield a purple lightsaber.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. That's just my hope. But anyway, what are your thoughts about this temple?
Well, I think it's the gateway. It's another gateway into the world between worlds.
Thought.
What do you think?
I'd definitely love to see them working together again. I'm not sure. I think it could be the temple that we see later, and it might be into the head of the father or the head of one of the statues that we saw Balin on at the end of season 1.
Just straight off the bat, before you
Go
jump
on.
ahead,
Yeah.
I've got a outrageous theory.
Go on.
Do you
Love
reckon they find the power and that's what stops the war? That's actually what defeats Thrawn. So the New Republic, because remember the power is good enough to end wars. So do they find the power that they're seeking, and are Ahsoka and Sabine ahead of Balin's skull at the moment? And do they actually find the power and end the war that's happening?
I think potentially. Here's mine. I think maybe they reset the prophecy, and that's where Rey comes in.
Really?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's otherworldly.
We're talking serious now.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to link the sequel trilogy in, aren't they? So what might seem like a far reach is probably correct.
Balin claimed to have not.
All right, already Roy McCann, Balin Skull. I'm looking forward to it. I'm pumped.
I'm so pumped. For me, actually, they didn't show enough of him in this trailer.
I think they did it on purpose.
Do you reckon?
Yes.
I just needed to see a little bit more, like even a few, like literally a couple of seconds. I would have loved. I loved a bit more to see him in all his glory, and I'm excited for his adaptation.
Yeah, me too.
Knowledge of a power.
Master!
One that could end wars.
All right, they're the eyes. They're the eyes of one of the statues. So they've gone in. They've unlocked this. Also, I'm loving the connection to Fallen Order and Survivor and all the circles and everything. Just I find connection in that, and I think that's really cool. Is like the Jedi have started to have this flavor since Ahsoka season 1, and it's related back to Cal Kestis and his journey around these ancient temples, and that's one of the things that I loved. A part of those games was the exploration of that history. And another thing that I love about, I don't know if you've read Dr. Aphra, but another thing I love about her comics is history of the galaxy far, far away, of going back and exploring it more. Another thing that I particularly enjoyed about the Acolyte, is going back and seeing things happen. So my theory here is that they're inside ahead, looking out.
Okay.
They kind of look like eyes, don't you reckon?
Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
Chopper. Come on, baby. They're back.
That's such a great shot.
Yeah, they're back.
It's very heartwarming, just that one shot.
Yeah, and that's all they needed to do. They just needed
Yeah.
to do that. And if you're a Rebels fan, you get it. It's like seeing your brother again, And you feel that, like the way that they've done that is really, really nice. He's wearing the same clothes as he was, of course, from his Adelphi range crew. I'm thinking that maybe it's set really close to Mando and Grogu, that potentially it could be happening straight after, or if not, just days around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're about to head into battle, right? So this is like the immobilization of the New Republic fleet.
Maybe, but maybe it's also around. Maybe it's
They got
around.
rid of Ezra's beard too. Did you see?
I did. I like a good old clean shaven Ezra. You know,
It's like a callback, isn't it, to the
Yeah.
Ezra we all know? I think he's going to look a lot more like Ezra in this.
and I
this
know
season.
we've said it before on our podcast, Odd Rogs in Hot Pods, but this casting is just phenomenal, isn't it? Like it is just on
No, they've
point.
nailed it.
Amanus Fund is unreal. He is Ezra, hands down. And apparently that's what actually happened, is that he reached out to Robert Rodriguez and said, you know, I'm really interested in playing this character. He sent in a couple of tapes. Dave Filoni saw it and was like, that's Ezra. There he is. It's about time we found him. And then that was it. And he's bang on. Like, that is Ezra. You couldn't get anyone else to play this role.
I agree.
Yeah. It's the same as Steve Bloom for our guy Zebaralis. Is you know, Steve Bloom is phenomenal as Zeb, and I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing what his acting does with Amans and seeing how they play out.
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Anakin on the ground. What's happened there?
Wow,
Is that
Balin
during the
Skull.
battle with?
Balin.
You reckon that
Balin Jr.
Balin?
Nah, maybe. Who knows?
Young Balin.
Yeah, young Balin, a Sharad het, as we say, a Sharad. Whoever you want to say that he is, young Marek. Yeah. So young Anakin, once again, super excited to see it. Can't wait. Ariana Greenblatt as Ahsoka.
The Jedi.
Yeah,
Like,
she looks awesome.
She does. She looks really cool. Plus, it kind of looks like a Christmas outfit.
Yeah, particularly with the snow lit up green around the outfit too.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I never saw that.
I saw the costume at a D23 exhibit of the costumes that were coming out, and some people were sharing it on Instagram. And I looked at it and I was like, are they doing like a Christmas themed thing? Is that what's going on? But no, that's her snowsuit to match her Padawan gear, of course. Yeah, but it does look fairly Christmassy. So if you've got your Black Series Christmas toys, you can pair her up when this Black Series comes out, because no doubt it will.
While we're on this scene, or the scene just past Anakin, I just want to talk really quickly about my Mortis theory. If we're going back saying that Ahsoka's the daughter, I have a theory that Anakin is the father, because I know that the father wanted Anakin originally, and he basically turned it down. But what if now that he has come back to the light side, he's experienced both the dark and the light, he's probably one of the most powerful Jedi that ever existed. What if
Probably
now
he is?
Yeah, and what if now he takes his role as the father?
I think this is a good explanation of why he's not present in the sequel trilogy and he doesn't come to Luke. You know, like, people are saying, and I watched Star Wars Theory as well, and he was saying about, but why isn't Anakin doing that with Luke? Like, he's there talking to Ahsoka, he's following Ahsoka, he's guiding Ahsoka. He should be guiding Luke. That's his son. And I get that, but I think there's a reason to this, and I think that you're right. I think that he's going to take the father mantle as soon as Ahsoka takes the daughter mantle. And the question is,
balance,
who is,
isn't it? It's the balance between the dark and the light, and the ability to stand in between it.
The question is, who is the son? Now,
I've got my theory on that too.
What's yours?
Balin Skull is the son.
Well, see, this is could be
you look at the son, like what we know about the son, and he breaks away. He's got that thirst for power, just like Balin broke away from the Jedi Order. he's that lust for power, and then I think he ends up getting redeemed in the end, or redeems himself through
Perhaps
some way, shape, or form. But I think it's all almost mirroring what we know about the Mortis gods in these three characters. And I think
here's
there
my
you go.
hope. Here's my hope. Hunt for Ben Solo comes out. Yeah,
Dave
shout,
Filoni's already said no.
Dave Filoni's pulling a
He
Swifty
said
on you.
D23, it's not happening, mate. He
You know,
laughed.
and then
He
he
was
did
like,
this.
good
did
one.
that.
Good one, Odie.
My tricks don't work on me.
Only money.
Only Ben Solo.
Plus,
So
it's too close to the hunt for Gollum.
no. Here we go. Ben Solo, Hunt for Ben Solo. Turns out the hunt leads us to the fact that he becomes the sun, because that would just be perfect. He acts exactly like the sun does.
That's true.
He's quick to anger. He blows up. It checks out that he would be the son or the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, who is the father. But I get it. It's not the same story, and you're probably right. It's probably more to do with
I think
with
so, because
Balin.
otherwise what's Balin doing? He's clearly pursuing a greater meaning and greater power.
Yeah.
And it's all connected to Mortis. It's all connected to, I think it's connected to the world between worlds. It's like this power beyond the Force that has the ability to end wars. I think he's just going to be a pawn, to be honest. But yeah, who knows whether he ends up being the sun or whether he ends up just being a facilitator for this power. It's going to be really interesting. Do you think we'll actually find that out in season 2, or do you think it'll just tease the story out a little bit?
Just tease it out. Can't give it away yet. It's a trilogy. All right, here we go.
This is your trial, Ahsoka.
Enoch.
This is your this is your trial, Ahsoka, though, and that brings me back to what I was talking about earlier. I think some of those flashbacks are actually part of her training. She's recalling some of her training. I feel like this whole season 2 is going to be defining who Ahsoka is. Like there's multiple calls to it throughout the trailer. Are you a Jedi or are you not? This is going to be like a soul-searching season to like really bring out who Ahsoka is and what her identity is. There's so many lines to it.
Absolutely.
Take your time
Enoch,
That's
Ezra,
16.
pumped for
Six
this.
to decide.
All right, hang on.
Has he got a cheeky goatee
Hang on.
there?
Is that Grievous?
I feel like there's a heaps of people were saying that. Did you see the cheeky goatee on Ezra?
No.
Yeah, go back. I'm pretty sure that's a little goatee. So he's
You're
gotten rid of the
joking.
beard.
No,
Isn't that like
doesn't
a
it?
little? Is that a
No.
moustache?
No.
Is that a moustache?
I mean,
and
I
a
love
goatee,
it.
or is that just a bit of oil smudge?
I want a big star
Just a bit of grease from the battle.
Grease me up, woman. Let me get into
Grease
it.
me up.
Simpsons reference.
It does kind of look like a tash, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, give him the big star glider. All right, let's. This I'm just super pumped
cool.
to see this. This is going to be sick.
Super cool.
Decide.
All right, there he is.
So there's a theory. There's a theory that he trained Grievous.
No,
around.
no, come on. Dooku trained Grievous. Remember, I was trained by Dooku in your Jedi arts to swing my lightsabers in a rotating wheel
but
like
what's
this.
This is clearly a callback to Grievous, though.
Nah, this is Hu Yang at his finest. I think we're going to see Hu Yang open a can right now. Like we're about to see this guy
open a can, because that'd be really disappointing if that's all he did.
Not literally.
Open
not
4
literally.
cans at once.
I think it's pronounced open a can of whoop. And Shin Hati's going to realize that, yeah, maybe not. But maybe she realizes here that she could train a little bit more, and maybe Hu Yang's the one to train her. And this is where the love of Sabine and Shin Hati comes from. And so you heard me talk about that before. Shin Hati's got a shoulder guard that matches a potential love of trade ups of armor, perhaps here, between them. And so here's a shout out to all the shippers out there that it could be happening. It could be happening, and I wouldn't be against it. I'm not against it.
That's cool. I like that theory.
Yeah. And yeah, perhaps this is actually not a fight. This is training.
Or do you reckon? This is
Maybe.
definitely a fight. I mean, look at the background. It's definitely a battle.
Yeah, I guess so. It's got a warriors there, right? Like,
Yeah, that looks like confrontation for show.
yeah, maybe you're right there. I was just getting excited, just breaking it down.
And
Hypothesizing.
Are you a Jedi? Or not?
that's the
Yeah.
premise for the whole season, I reckon. Right.
And I think this is the opening battle. I think
Yeah.
this the driver's still connected. They've got in, but then again, it looks like it's leaving.
Do you reckon? I think it's come out of hyperspace. It kind of looks like it over the planet.
Maybe, but the
I think they've
ghost is
just
here.
arrived, haven't
So the
they?
ghost has just come in. Look, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Why would they need to leave again, if only to get
Yeah, they could just be orbiting, couldn't they?
maybe
You'd
Ezra's
think they
on
would
it.
have detached from the hyperspace ring, though.
That's right. So, but maybe Ezra's on it. He's going back to collect Ahsoka and Sabine at the end. Who knows? Who knows? But one thing's for certain. I'm pumped.
One thing's for certain. I thought you were going to drop a big truth bomb there or a big theory, and you're just like, I am pumped. So, what do we think outside of being pumped?
All right. All in all, I don't want to hypothesize more than this, but what I do have to say is, if this is what they're giving us in a trailer, there's some
There's so much to unpack, isn't there?
there's some steak coming at us. There's some
Yeah.
tasty stuff they're gonna swing our way, and we still haven't seen Obi-Wan rock up. I know Obi-Wan's going to be in this for sure. Super pumped about that. I know that there's more juicy bits to give us. Talk about Princess Leia being in this one. What are your thoughts?
Princess Leia potentially being in it, or just the trailer in general?
Being in this series.
Yeah, I think what Dave Filoni's tried really hard to do with this branch of Star Wars is steer away from the OT heroes. So I don't think so. There might be mention of her, but I don't think they'd show her. That's just my own opinion.
I disagree. I
Do you?
disagree. Yeah. I think even you tagged me in something today about Mark Hamill and Sebastian Stan talking about Sebastian Stan stepping in to play Luke Skywalker. Love it. Let's
Yeah.
just
That was Sebastian Stan's stunt man, actually, or stunt double.
yeah, right. Well,
So,
let's just
a
recast it.
little less legit.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But I mean, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
And that'd be cool.
And Billy
We've
Lord.
been talking about that for years. Sebastian Stan playing Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
I feel like he's now old enough to play old Luke. Back in the day, we were hoping they'd give us a, after Return of the Jedi story with Sebastian Stan, young Luke. But
Yes, but here's another thing: is like you could just get Carrie Fisher's daughter, just get Billy Lord back in to play Princess Leia. Get you
Potentially.
can recast Harrison Ford's Han Solo. There's plenty of people out there, there's plenty of people out there that could come in and step into the roles. Yeah, like it'd just be insanely cool to see the characters again. I'm happy for it to be recast. Super stoked to see Obi-Wan Kenobi in it. I just think it's going to be sick.
How do you think they're going to weave Obi-Wan into it?
It's the flashbacks. It's Clone Wars flashbacks. Give him the Clone Wars armor. Let that guy play. Yeah.
Where it weaves in with Ahsoka and Anakin, I'm assuming.
Yeah, give us a Mortis flashback. Come on,
That'd be cool.
just lay it down. But then again,
I think that's what's
I'm
happening,
going off
isn't
on a
it? It's
tangent
like,
here, but give us a time where we can see Kenobi season 2. Give us Kenobi season 2 already. Yeah.
yeah, I know,
Anyway,
that's basically what we're holding out for.
anyway, I loved eating that up. There was
Yeah, me too.
there was another trailer of Starfighter that looked great. I'm super pumped about that.
Let's talk about that down in another episode of Dad Bods, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to launch into our Dad Bods in Hot Pods, or our Bods in the Pod. We're playing around with the name right now, but here was our hypothesis of Ahsoka Season 2. This is my most favorite Star Wars going on at the moment. Whether you like it or not, we're partying on down. We're super stoked to be here.
Hands up for Mon Calamari. That's what that is.
Absolutely. We do love that city. So yes, we will see you when we see you, but thanks so much for sticking with us and enjoying our chats. And if you have different opinions, list them down below. We'll have a chat anytime.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on some of our theories as well, and whether you've got similar theories or whether yours differ a little bit. We're keen to chat to the Star Wars community.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to be at GeekOn, just coming in November in Geelong. So if you're Australian and you're in Victoria and you want to come see us, we'd love to see you there.
7th and 8th of November. Book it in.
All right. May the force be with you, everybody.
And also with you, Odie.
See ya.
Boy.